Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you've been watching my shorts and stuff, you probably know that I've been in Florida. So I'm back. It was nice weather. I loved it. However, I'm really happy to be back in my cozy studio with the wind blowing outside. And then my mom called me and she said, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I said, "Oh my gosh, I have to do my Christmas gift video." So let's get to it. Okay, I'm going to start off with books. So this book is a field guide to color, a watercolor workbook, and it's by Lisa Solomon. And you know, I really love this book. It gives just different things to do to get out of a rut. You know, I did these, dots and, a color wheel. It has templates for a color wheel. It talks about mixing colors and glazing. I love this book. And then it goes on for some color meditation things that you can do, like, making just lines. And I've dug into this a little bit, but it's just a really, really fun book that you can get into and not think about it. It's just really fun. It talks about hue and tint and shade, and it's just really fun. I think this is a well thought out book, and I loved it when I bought it for myself. I think it's more for someone you think is going to be serious about watercolor, and I think it's just a really, really good book. It's a field guide to color, a watercolor workbook, Lisa Solomon. I love it. I think this would be a great gift to give someone, and maybe even give them a little, 6 set of Daniel Smith's Essentials. That would be a good one. I'm going to put that on my list too. And then she came out with the color meditation deck. Now I haven't explored this as much, but it is, cards. And she starts off with this little book. And like I said, I haven't really dug into it much yet, but I think it's going to be fun. And if you're in a rut, you can just pull one of these out and just start in your sketchbook. What a wonderful way to fill your sketchbook. I'm into filling sketchbooks right now. I'm on this happy trend of filling a sketchbook, my unused ones. So I think this is 500 prompts to explore your watercolor and spark your creativity. So the color meditation deck, Lisa Solomon. I like her stuff. And the paper in this field watercolor guide, it's not 100% cotton, but it accepts watercolor really, really well. So you can work right in the book. Right in the book. Look, you can, she has things for you to color in. I'm going to consider it a sketchbook all of its own. I really, really am enjoying it. Okay, so the next book or set of books that I recommend is The Artist's Way, A Spiritual Path to Higher Creativity. This is a book for every artist, I believe. It's kind of like a self-help book, but it is just a wonderful, wonderful book. And then this is the journal that goes along with it, and morning pages. In her book, she talks about how to basically dump your junk every morning to you know, write anything. Write about your day. Just fill 3 pages worth of anything. You know, you can write about your day. You can write about what's bothering you. You can write about what you're going to do. You know, you can write your dreams. And this is an excellent way to get things accomplished and, you know, get things going. I actually started working into another journal, but she gives prompts in this book, so it's a really good one. And you wouldn't have to get both of these books. You could get this book and a really cool regular journal, you know, real pretty one, you know, maybe something artsy, and that could be a great gift for your artist. You know, gift buying does not have to be expensive. I went to a used bookstore in, you know, where I was visiting, and I found some really good reference books. I thought, you know, what a great way to look at pictures and know how to draw and paint them. I really feel like a good drawing is the basis for a good painting. So I had to know what to draw first, so I have to have something to look at. So I just went to the used bookstore and picked up some gardening books, and then, gosh, I got this for $13. That was pretty expensive even, but this one is For the Birds. It's called For the Birds, a month-by-month guide to attracting birds to your backyard. And you know that it was $2, but there are some pictures in here that can help you draw different birds. You know, they're not very big, but you know, it can get you going. Here's a hummingbird that's in flight. You know, a northern flicker. And this was $2. There's a hummingbird. That's pretty. That's really pretty. So I recommend going to the used bookstore and finding some books that you can pull out and use for reference to assist in your drawing, because we all need something to look at. You know, this sparrow, I think. So that is really, really cool. And there's a chickadee. So also there's another book that I am going to get and show you. Now these books are on Amazon. I do believe they're out of print, but these are artist photo reference books from, oh, it says Bart Rulian. You can get them on Amazon or eBay. I can't remember which one I got mine on, but I am pretty sure they're on Amazon under the used books. So these have really excellent pictures in them for you to follow. I use this book a lot, so I really recommend, and I'll link to them in the description below, but I think these are excellent reference books for artists, and you can use them copyright free. So here is also another artist photo reference for birds. This is songbirds, and I really like that. It's a lot of colorful birds in there, and this is just photo reference for birds. And it has 4 painting demos to show you, and this has 5 demonstrations too, how to get fantastic results in your work. So I really, really think these are excellent birds to look. There's the pictures of the drawing, and it gives hints on what to do and step-by-step instructions. Excellent, excellent. I'm going to use this one for sure. Blue heron. Well, it says tricolored. Oh, I really like these. I go to these a lot just to look and inspire. So those are 2 other books that I recommend. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the sketchbooks. Okay, so from the lowest quality to the highest quality, I'm going to start. So this is a sketchbook that I got off of Amazon, and I typically use the Arteza sketchbook because the paper's not bad and I can, you know, get my ideas down. I either use that or the Strathmore 90-pound watercolor visual journal, and I really like them as well, just for getting my strokes down and playing and doing color mixing. But these are really economical. These are like $22 for a 2-pack, and I recommend these if you can't find the Arteza. Here's the Arteza. I really enjoy working in the Arteza sketchbooks. I like the square format, but they have all different kinds. And I do a lot of my playing. Sometimes I do shorts in these. You know, I just really enjoy playing in these sketchbooks, and it's not precious to me. So I can move on and just, you know, make some mistakes and practice, and you know, if I just want to paint and for a few minutes and just forget about it, I can use these, and it is no big deal. I don't feel bad because they are inexpensive as well. A couple are like $24 for a pack of 2. So there's those. And that's by Arteza or Arteza. And you know, they're good sketchbooks. They do warp, but that doesn't bother me. Not for this kind of work. Okay. The next sketchbook I enjoy having is this Handbook Journal Company. Now these are kind of a little bit more pricey, but they are okay. The paper is okay. I still think I like the Arteza paper better, but I like this landscape format of this little Handbook Journal Company. I haven't started it, but I think it's a pretty good option for a lower quality. It's a cellulose paper, so, you know, more on that in the future probably. I'll let you know as time goes along. Okay, so this is another sketchbook. It's the Kilimanjaro watercolor paper sketchbook, bright white, paint. They call it the paint book, 100% pure cotton rag, and you can get this at Cheap Joe's, and it is their own paper. And what I like about it is it does have papers in between each page, so you can work out your sketch, And then if you want to, you can put some transfer paper in and then transfer your sketch onto the paper, watercolor paper, and then you could cut it out and frame it if you wanted to. You know, it's a really nice concept of having this sketch paper in between each page. Also, if you wanted to use any other type of media on it, like oil pastels or something, this would keep it protected from going on to the other page. And you could use both sides of the paper also as well without it transferring. I'm really enjoying this concept of having a paper in between. I think Strathmore has one, 400 pound. It's not a cotton paper, but it is a cellulose paper, and if I can find that, it might be less expensive than this. If I can find that one, I'll link it below, but I think it's a creamy colored paper, not a bright white. So this Kilimanjaro paper is pretty good. I will have to say it reacts pretty well. So I really like it. I had some really fun workshops at Cheap Joe's this summer. That's another thing you could give somebody, is get them a gift card to Cheap Joe's and have them take a workshop in the summertime. That's a really extravagant gift, but they're wonderful workshops, and I'm looking forward to going next year. So there's that sketchbook. The next favorite sketchbook that I like is the Etcher sketchbook. And this is the Cold Press Everyday Watercolor Sketchbook. I enjoy all the formats, the small ones, the medium ones, the landscape. This is the portrait one, I believe. And I haven't opened this. And then there's another one that I haven't really worked in yet. I consider it precious, but it's called the Perfect Signature Sketchbook. I'm working on a smaller sketchbook right now, so I'll open this one, but nope, this is a landscape. Oh, isn't that beautiful though? Oh, and the paper is really good. For 90 pounds, I really think it's good. You can't work it a whole lot or else it'll start to pill up, but you can work it quite a bit. So, and it'll lift, and it's a really, really nice sketchbook. I just don't want to do my messing around like I do in my Arteza. I want to go in with a plan in these sketchbooks, where these are my figure them out, you know, practice, and this is my precious sketchbook. And also on the same end as that is this Arches Travel Journal Watercolor Cold Press. It is Arches paper, and I love this sketchbook. I've only worked in it once because I consider this precious too. Sketchbook. Also, when I was in Florida, I was looking for an art store, and the only thing I could find was big box stores carrying their own brand or supplies that were really, really expensive. So, you know, I think, you know, it was 2 hours to find an art, you know, brick and mortar art store. So I would suggest an Amazon gift card, a Blick gift card, a Cheap Joe's gift card, a Jerry's Artorama gift card. They are all wonderful companies or St. Louis Art Supply gift card. St. Louis Art Supply has things that, and I'll go over one here in a minute, that I think would be a really cool gift. I'm kind of saving it. So, you know, keep watching. And they got some really unique gift ideas. So on to the next. Now, these aren't really sketchbooks. However, these are, I think, an invaluable resource for my watercolor education. And I am just loving it. This is the Painter's Color Diary watercolor, 100% cotton paper, and they are all laid out for you to do your swatches however you want to do them. I've done all my blues and then mixed with yellows, and then I've done palettes and then done a few mixes from those. I've compared some colors, and you know, I just love these things. And then they have it in a small size, and that's called the Painter's Color Diary Travel. And I've, you know, worked with my Gallo, and then the Neo colors down here, and those are those crayons, Caran d'Ache crayons. I love this. There's my Spring Flora palette. I love this little book. I love these books. First paint set I recommend for anyone that's getting started, or if they're just fiddling in watercolor and want to get started with a more professional set, is this Daniel Smith Essential Watercolor Mixing Set. It is, you know, got all your primaries warm and cool, and you know, it's just a really good starter set for that. You could get that in a sketchbook and they'd be set, and maybe a brush. The next set I would recommend from Daniel Smith is this Daniel Smith 24 set. It is, I've got one open, that's a brand new one. I always have one on the side, and I took the half pans out and I put full pans in this one. Oh, I know why. Because when you order this, you get a free tin to fill up more paints. So that's why I did that. I don't think this is, yes, I'll open this up. I keep them in the box because they're easier to store that way. But I've not used much of them. But this is a really good ultimate mixing set. You can mix any color with that. Now they have a smaller ultimate mixing set that's 15 colors, but you can still get these other colors out of them because some of these are mixes. So these two sets are wonderful sets to start with. Now, if you have a beginner painter and you're not sure if you want to invest in professional paints, the brand I recommend the most would be Van Gogh. This Van Gogh set is like 20 bucks, and it is, I think, the best student grade paint on the market right now, even better than Cotman. Cotman's good, but I think Van Gogh's a little better, and it has really good color payoff. You can get them in these little 12 pan sets. Comes with a little brush. Don't really use that, but this is a really good set, and it's got lots of nice mixing areas. You can pick these up on Amazon. I'll link them on Amazon, and you can find them on Blick and Jerry's Artorama. Really good paint set for beginners. I love my paint sets. The next paint set that I think is a great paint set, I've used them on my channel. I'll link that video somewhere, either at the end or in the description below. And that is Roman Szmal. And I got this one from Jackson's. And it's a really lovely set. It is 24 full pans, and they re-wet easily. They have a good color payoff. This is a beautiful set. You even got room for 4 more full pans, and I will link this in the description below because I got it from Jackson's, but their shipping is really quick. You'll have it in less than a week, so you got plenty of time. And you know, they might even be having some Black Friday sales, so look around while you're there and see if there's anything else that you might like to have, because they have really good shipping. Okay, so the next paint sets that I really love and have really enjoyed are the A Gallo. These are luxury paints. You know, they had their, I still prefer Daniel Smith over A Gallo, but these are gorgeous. And, you know, they come packaged so beautifully. This is the Natural set. And this is the Signature set. The Signature set, if I haven't got them mixed up, the Signature set comes with the Yinmin Blue. They're beautiful paints. They are beautiful paints. They wear down a little bit, but they are luscious, handmade, beautiful pigments. These are vegan. They are, you know, they have honey and gum arabic in them, and they have rosemary in them. They're beautiful paints. And this one has Yinmin Blue, which is a very expensive pigment. But if you buy it in the set, they don't charge you any extra. And this is the Natural. They come wrapped in tissue when you first get them, but I didn't put the tissue back on because I didn't want to tear the tissue. And this is the Natural. This is wonderful for landscape painting. Beautiful, beautiful paints. So I'll link their website. I'm not affiliated with them. They're not on Amazon. They are on Jackson's though, but so, which I do have an affiliate. If you want to use that link, I'd appreciate it. But I'll put A Gallo in, and you can just go there and look around. These are just gorgeous paints. Another great paint set is Schmincke. Oh my gosh, I am awful. So Schmincke is like a creme de la creme watercolor paint. These are wonderful. I have the 48 half pan set, and I haven't used them in a while. They have a couple glitter colors in the 48 half pan set. So this is just a really wonderful set, and you can go to Jackson's and pick these up. I think Blick has them too. So these are wonderful. Swatched them out. They have a wonderful color payoff on them. You can't go wrong if you buy this for your artist or for yourself. They're wonderful. Great opportunities for mixing. Haven't used these in a while. I'll have to break these out. And of course, I'll put them back in the box where I store all my watercolor paints. I just think they're easier to store when they're in the box like this. So of course, my favorite paint in the world is Daniel Smith's. So I find that they just never turn me wrong. But what I do is I buy the colors I want, and then I buy this palette. It's a Magello palette. I have several of them. They are good, excellent watercolor palettes. This is my landscape palette. And I like to use it with, you know, when I'm doing florals or botanicals, or, you know, this is a very versatile palette. You can use it for anything. But I call it my landscape palette. And, you know, I've updated it. I've started a new one. I've got one in Tennessee that I use down there. And it's a wonderful palette. The next gift, I think this would be a wonderful gift to give someone who is really into watercolor. And I splurged and bought it for myself. And that is a little tube of Schmincke Yinmen Blue. And I wanted to show you how much better it was than the other Yinmen Blues I got. It matches, but boy, you can get a much better saturation of value with this Schmincke color. I love it. I love it. I think you can get it on Jackson's or St. Louis Art Supply. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'll try to get it up there so you can see it. It is wonderful. Wonderful. It would be a wonderful gift to give to anyone. Okay, for brushes, I just am going to say Princeton is an excellent brush. And they make everything from beginner friendly brushes. And this is the Princeton Snap is one of their brushes that's beginner friendly. However, this brush, the Princeton Velvet Touch, it's a golden tack-on. It doesn't hold as much water, so if, you know, an artist is just starting, they're not going to flood their paper with a bunch of water because this is not going to hold a bunch of water. And this is a number 8 round. It's a good starter brush. And it's, you know, it's just a good, Princeton has good brushes. Now, their next brush is the Princeton Neptune, which this is like a synthetic squirrel. And I love these. I love these. I used to not like squirrel because they were really soft and, you know, wouldn't hold their shape as well. But this does. And they hold more water, you know, and you can get them in a variety of sizes. This is a number 6 script. I use this for, like, you know, making long leaves and palm trees. I think you've seen me use it for palm trees. Either that one or this one. I can't remember. They're really good brushes. And then they come in a variety of sizes. This is a number 10 round. Number 4 round. And this mop brush, I like it when I'm just, you know, don't want to control my marks and make everything so perfect. And then they have a Princeton Aqua Elite line. And this is a synthetic sable line. And it's really, really good. And I really like that. And they have a little bit snappier point. They have a good water holding, pigment holding release. I really like these two. They're not super expensive either, so you know, you can just let it go and afford to buy another one when this one wears out. And they come in a variety of sizes. I always have a backup of brushes. This is an oval wash, 3/4 inch. I use this for leaves and big petals. And then this is their top of the line. And I would have to say this is my favorite brush. And it is a Kolinsky Sable brush, number 6 round. I just have a couple of sable brushes. And I use them because they are good brushes. But I take really good care of them. They are on the luxury, expensive side. That's from Princeton. This brush here is from Cheap Joe's, and I just bought this one this summer, and it's a mixture of, I believe, synthetic and natural fibers. So I haven't used this much. It's a number 8 long round. I'll just have to use it more to give you more information on it. So, but you can't go wrong with Princeton brushes. They are wonderful, wonderful brushes. So I would recommend, I will link that in the description below. So if you like, you can go look at that. I'll link it over to Blick for those. You seem to have better selection at Blick than I do on Amazon with Princeton brushes. So I think that that's about it. You know, if you just want to get a couple little gifts, a set of microns would be wonderful to give your artist, as I constantly use microns for inking. And I usually go for a 0.05 if you just wanted to get one, because I can get thin lines and thicker lines with a 0.05. So that's it. Oh, no, that's not it. If you don't know what to get your artist, they will always appreciate a gift card. So always, always keep that in mind, because where they are, they may not have an art store and may rely on delivery. So an Amazon gift card for Christmas is always a wonderful idea for your artist. Is you can almost get, or a Blick gift card. You know, Blick has almost everything. So I am really looking forward to this season. And let me know in the comments if you have an idea that I have forgotten or left out, or things that, you know, I would want. You know, I'm always thinking paper, sketchbooks. You know, just let me know what you think and give others an idea, or what you want for Christmas, and or what you are going to give your artist. So thanks guys for joining me, and talk to you soon. Bye.